Alright guys, Darren from FBA Elite and welcome back to another video. So I've just noticed that I've been uploading Amazon FBA videos for over 6 years. I first discovered Amazon back in 2018. So I thought it'd be helpful to do a 6-year recap so that anyone that's thinking about starting Amazon FBA in 2024 knows fully what they are getting into, as Amazon FBA is far from the perfect business model. So the first thing to clarify is Amazon FBA can mean a few different things. There's going to be lots of YouTube channels and other social media channels talking about Amazon FBA. But they could be talking about Amazon FBA arbitrage or wholesale, or this channel, we're talking about Amazon FBA private label, which is developing your own brand and your own product. So you have your own product listings on Amazon. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in today's video. So the first thing you're going to need to be aware of is to start your own Amazon FBA private label business is you probably need a bit more money than you realized and what other people are telling you, people that are eager to sell you a course or something else who are telling you can start Amazon FBA private label with maybe £500 or £1,000. That's just not the case. As an absolute minimum, I would say you need £2,000 to £3,000. Ideally, £5,000 plus would be a good position to be in. If you are starting Amazon FBA and you are on a restricted budget, don't be tempted to cut corners. Don't cut corners where it matters. If you are on a restricted budget, the best advice I can give you is focus on finding products that just have a lower sales volume. That is where I would compromise. I wouldn't compromise on branding, trademarks, or anything like that. Packaging, design work, all of that still needs to be top notch. Just go into a niche selling a product that has a lower monthly sales volume. Now, I'm not saying pick a niche where everyone's selling 1,000 units per month and just go and expect to sell 50 units per month in that niche, as you'll never get ranked. You need to find a niche where generally most other products are selling a similar amount of units, and then you can get ranked with a similar sort of sales velocity. So that is one of the things you need to be aware of. You probably need more money than you realize, £2,000 to £3,000 minimum, preferably a bit more. If someone's telling you you can start Amazon FBA private label with £500 or £1,000, as long as you buy their course, they are lying to you. The next thing you need to be aware of, and this is one of the worst aspects of Amazon, is that seller support is absolutely terrible. Now, Amazon are renowned for having good customer service, and that's why a lot of people buy from Amazon, but seller support is absolutely shocking. And just to explain how it works is most of the Amazon seller support team is based in other countries where they can pay them absolutely minimal salary, and also English isn't their first language. And those people are under extreme targets from Amazon. So they have a templated response system as their first port of call. So you can imagine this person in maybe a third world country is receiving these inquiries from sellers like us, and they've got to respond to a certain amount of inquiries per hour, and they have to choose from templated responses. So often with Amazon, when you need seller support, you contact them and you send them a question and you get a generic templated response. You send them another question, you get the same response, and you go through this cycle again and again and again. And sometimes it can take 4 or 5 emails or more to get the response you actually need. So don't start selling with Amazon thinking that they're going to be a good business partner. They're not. Amazon will squeeze you for absolutely everything. They will charge you fees for absolutely everything. And as a seller support they give you is garbage. It's not fit for purpose. However, it is still a fantastic opportunity, and if you can manage all of those elements, it's one of the few business models out there that does offer life-changing potential. It changed my life. I've worked with many people as well over the past 6 years that it's changed their lives as well. But it's important not to have rose-tinted glasses. It is far from a perfect business model, but if you can work within those constraints and some of the faults it's got, the potential is still huge. Now, this next point isn't going to sit well with a lot of the influencers out there. And as someone that sells an Amazon course themselves, it's probably a bit crazy for me to say this, but you don't actually need to go and buy an Amazon course to become an Amazon FBA seller. There is enough free information out there for you to learn the basics you need. For example, if you go through some of my back catalogue, or I've got 6 years worth, if you go back through the past year or two, you'll learn enough about the core principles of the decisions you need to make that will give you a good chance of becoming a successful seller. So you don't need to go and invest in an expensive course. Obviously, courses do have their place. They can speed up the learning curve and they can ensure that everything you've got is up to date and in a logical order and all that type of thing. But if you are on a restricted budget, maybe you've got a £2,000 to £3,000 budget, the last thing you want to do is spend £1,000 to £2,000 on a course. Now, there is a link to my course in the pinned top comment, but like I say, you do not need to buy a course to become an Amazon FBA seller. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about, and this is something you're probably hearing a lot about Amazon FBA in 2024, is that Amazon FBA is oversaturated, or Amazon FBA is no longer worth it, Amazon FBA is dead, Amazon FBA is a scam, all of those things. The key thing you need to take away from that is that Amazon FBA can appear to be oversaturated. If you search for pretty much any product on Amazon, you're going to see hundreds or thousands of different products, many of which will be Chinese sellers selling at the cheapest price possible. But there's one important thing to remember with all of these opportunities on Amazon, is that all customers are not the same. There are a certain amount of customers, especially in the UK, that are always going to buy based on price. But those are not the customers that we're interested in. We're interested in the customers that value. So this is why people go to places like Waitrose or M&S to do their food shopping, when they know full well they can go and get it cheaper at Asda, Lidl or Aldi or someone like that. And that is because they offer, some of them offer real value in the products they sell, and some of them offer the perceived value. And what we're trying to do on Amazon, we're trying to take run-of-the-mill products, we're trying to add features, function, design aesthetics, to add perceived value to that product. So when they see your product there at a premium price, where you're actually making a margin and making profit, versus the cheaper Chinese sellers, they still feel strongly enough to click on your listing and buy your product because they believe your product has greater perceived value. And also, with all of our product development, we always add a visual selling point, a VSP, so that when a customer sees your listing amongst that very busy group of search results where all the products look the same, they have a reason for their eye to be drawn to your listing and click through to your listing. And then all of the additional features, functions, and benefits that your product has then converts that customer into a buy-in customer. And that's what we're aiming to achieve. So to recap, my recommendation to anyone considering Amazon FBA in 2024 is it is definitely still a viable business model. I'm about to go even harder at Amazon later on this year. My son starts school. I'm going to have more free time and I'm really going to grow my business. And I'm also helping my wife launch her Amazon FBA business as well. So I am committed to Amazon FBA. The opportunity is still there. It is far from perfect. Seller support is absolutely terrible. Chinese sellers are all over the place, bottoming out prices in the niches, but we're not playing that game. We're playing our own game, and that's where we're going to make money on Amazon in 2024 and beyond. So if I haven't put you off starting an Amazon FBA business, I'm going to pop up 2 different videos. Number 1 is a step-by-step guide showing you everything you need to do to start your Amazon FBA business and make your first £100,000. And number 2, and this is where many new sellers get stuck, this is a video that's going to show you how to find your first Amazon FBA product, and I'll see you guys in either one of those.